Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be going over some journaling questions for you on this Friday. 3 ones to back pocket. Next time you're wanting to journal or you're just wanting to reflect in general, we're going to nail those 3 incredible questions. And additionally, we're going to be going through a breathing exercise together. And this one is called box breathing. You've maybe heard of it before. It's an awesome exercise. We're going to break down the steps. It's really easy to do. You can do it next time before you're going into a meeting, or you just had a really tough conversation with somebody and you need to just bring it back a little bit, or maybe you even want to bring your energy up. Breathing is really incredible how it can either help our energy situation or it can help calm us down in the chaos of life, because I know we're all going through it day to day. So cheers to that journaling and breathing exercise this morning, folks. Enjoy. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Talk Terror Morning Show, where we go over tips, tricks, ideas, and exercises to help make you the absolute best person you can be, not only for yourself, but for the people you love and care about most. So we're going to not mess around too much today because we have a breathing exercise that we're going to be actually taking out from the course, the $99 course that I have, that really just helps people live in alignment with their purpose, live in alignment with their values, and really just have that roadmap for becoming the best possible person. So cheers to personal development. I don't really need the chair. I'm going to be writing on the board right away. So let's dive into these journaling questions. So we're going to talk about journaling. How's everyone doing this morning? Doing good? So journaling questions to start. The first question is, what do you want to celebrate at the end of the year? What do you want to celebrate? What do you want to celebrate? If I could spell this morning. As you can tell, I'm a little late to the party. I've had a frantic morning. Go figure. It's a Friday. I got a ton of stuff to do. My stuff's really picking up. But that's part of life, right? That's part of growing business and the things that we go through. I'm right here along with you as you're struggling with something or if you're trying to improve. I'm no different. We all need accountability and we all need a support. And on these journaling questions, I think we can really get a much deeper dive into who we are and what it is that we truly want. So you're looking into first question this morning is, what do you want to celebrate at the end of the year? Is it losing 10 pounds? Is it starting your own business? Is it making an extra $10,000? Is it going on vacation 4 times? Is it making some new friends? Is it joining an organization? We can go through and through and through, but there's so many opportunities, I think, of what we want to celebrate. Because when we have a better idea of what it is that we want to celebrate, we can work backwards on the actions, the lists, the to-dos that are required for us to become the best possible version of ourselves. So cheer to that. First question is, what do you want to celebrate at the end of this year? What do you want to celebrate? Is it a goal? Is it, if we're thinking on the wheel of life, is it something in health? Is it something in wealth? Is it something in relationships? I think these are always universal things that we can dive into and we can work on and we can be better. Okay. Next one up is, what is your biggest challenge right now? Biggest challenge. This is a question I always ask people when I first meet them. Usually it's like, what is your biggest challenge right now? We just want to be able to write it down, get it out, understand that they're not that scary, that there are doable steps. There's just action items that we can do to take one step forward to get closer to what it is that we're trying to do. So if you had to write down right now, what is your biggest challenge right now? I would say for me, my biggest challenge right now is just getting used to doing the work needed to achieve my goals. I know what I need to be doing now. I have the coaching scripts, I have the systems, I have the team members. It's just doing the work for a long period of time in order to reach my goals. And in entrepreneurship, they call this the valley of despair, because you're like, oh, I could be a coach and I can help millions of people and I can buy houses for my family and I can do anything I want. La di da di da. This is incredible. I'm the man. And then it starts really coming down when you realize nobody knows who the hell you are. You got a lot of work to do. There's things that aren't things have to be incredible to get other people's money in this personal development space. It's really hard with competitions like Tony Robbins and all this. And then we start spinning the stories. We start eating the shit sandwiches and we feel really down and really tired. Like this morning, I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't a little tired. I woke up a little late. I was like, oh my gosh, I got to get these notes and I got to grind. This is episode 445. Like, and this is not a show for me to complain, but just to be real, right? And so what are the challenges? And I think it's just being able to prepare myself, to build myself, to become the person that I know I want to become, to achieve the things that I want to achieve. And it's not always sunshine and rainbows, folks, right? Life's not always easy and pretty, right? So for me, my biggest challenge would just be leaning into the work and finding enjoyment in it, going from sales to service, just putting in the long hours every single day to create the results that are possible for myself, for my family, for my friends, and for the people I'm going to impact along the way. So leaning into the work, just doing the hard work, I think is my biggest challenge right now. Really common, right? You're probably thinking like, yeah, it's I got this to do, I got that to do, I got that to do, and it's tough. Or it could be a different challenge, like you're not sure what you want to do. You're not sure what the number one goal is. You're not sure what the biggest challenge is. And these are why we do these reflection questions. And this is why we do this journaling, to be able to have those answers. So question number 2 is, what is your biggest challenge right now? Go ahead and write that down and write that out. Okay, next up is we have, if you could only improve one thing in your life, what would it be? If you could only improve one thing. So essentially, this is what I like to call the number one goal. If I could write this morning, sorry, my brain is a little toast. I really got a lot done yesterday. And I think it kind of fried me a little bit, but not yesterday, if I could talk again, number one goal for you is what we want to figure out. So what is your number one goal? And I think usually I like to boil this question back and peel the layers back to it. If you could only improve one thing, because a lot of times when I work with people and some of the clients I'm working with now, they're like, I want to do this. 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 And we get shiny object syndrome where because in the beginning of the entrepreneur path, in the beginning of any thing that we want to achieve, the beginning is always really exciting and really fun. And then it kind of slows back down into this valley of despair, they call it, and on the entrepreneurial journey. And like I was just talking to you, that's kind of where I'm at. It's like, it's really tough. It's a lot of work. And you're really starting to realize, like, they don't just give you a bunch of money and it's not just sunshine and rainbows all the time. And you're trying to figure out, like, okay, what is the number one goal? And sometimes it's more beneficial to say no to everything else to make sure that we get one step forward close what it is that we want more than anything. And if you want to lose weight, if you want your dream body, I would say giving yourself permission to say no to everything else until you take a step forward with that for the day. It's really changed my energy. It's changed how I've approached things. Because you can use healthy activities to cope with, why am I drawing a blank on this? Because I would just work out and I would just read. And because those were good for me, I would be avoiding the things I needed to do, like making social media content, making sales content, and doing the things I really needed to do. So really peeling back the layers, I think, and it's good to have your priorities. And if you have more than 3 priorities, I'd say you don't have any priorities at all. And I'm speaking to myself because it's been really easy for me in the past to just want to grab this and want to do this and try and figure it out. So figuring out our number one goal is absolutely crucial. And that's really what this question is doing. So third question is, if you could only improve one thing in your life, what would it be? Whew. All right. Journaling questions. Man, I got to say, I must just be exhausted this morning. I can barely think and I can barely talk. And whew, it's kind of tough right now. I'm not going to lie to you, but I think we all go through this. So pressing forward, box breathing. Let's do, say if you're feeling overwhelmed like me, I like to come back and I like to lean into breathing exercises such as box breathing. So box breathing. Okay. All right. I had to do a special setup with this to try and make sure that I was able to share the audio, but we'll go ahead and bring the stage. So this is my class. Where are you at? Okay. So this is, you're inside the class. And this is the $99 class that I share with everybody. It has values, vision, purpose, relationships, goals, giving back to your community, like all of the major categories that really changed my life. Let me go ahead and change my screen up here. This is the sidebar that you get to go through, and you get to scroll through all the topics and all the things that you, and the exercises that you're going to get to go through. But we're going to, and with each week, so there's a topic such as values right here. And then within values, there's a breathing. So you have your values work that I'm going to coach you through and guide you through. And additionally, you're going to get exercises and stuff and tutorials to go through those. But along with that, we're going to be doing I have a guided meditation for each one. We're going to go ahead and blow this up real quick. So this exercise is called box breathing. I'm going to go ahead and hide that because it's already shared on there. Maybe it would be a better layout if I was over in the other corner. How's everyone doing this morning? Doing good this morning? Doing all right? Okay, now I'm up in the right. So let's go ahead. We have the audio shared onto this and make sure we can hear everything. And we're going to listen to Tanner go through this box breathing exercise. Everyone enjoy, folks. I'm going to pop myself off of the screen and do the breathing exercise along with it. Cheers. Tutorial for each and every week to help with reducing stress, reducing anxiety, and also helping with concentration and focus and getting the things done that we want to accomplish. Exercising the mind is just as vital as exercising the body. So breathing exercises are a key staple in us becoming the best version of ourselves. Today, we're going to start with box breathing, one of the simpler and one of my favorite breathing exercises. And go ahead and pocket these breathing exercises. Come back to them whenever you want. I recommend them doing a couple times a week, if not every day. You'll see the instructions for box breathing below this video, but for simplicity's sake, I'll go ahead and run through them really quick. Getting my timer set on my watch for our exercise. Step number 1 will be to breathe in through the nose. Breathing in through the nose is vital for temperature regulation and also filtering out bacteria, keeping the body healthy. So we're breathing in through the nose for 4 seconds. I say 1 Mississippi, that is 1 second for me. And then I hold for 4 seconds. And then I exhale for 4 seconds. And then I hold for 4 seconds. And then I inhale again for 4 seconds. The exhale is up to you whether you want to breathe out of your mouth or out of your nose. I prefer to push the air out of my mouth. So I'm going to go through a couple cycles on it. I'm going to get our watch started. All of our breathing exercises for this class will be 3 minutes because we just want to get in the repetition of doing it every single day. That's how we're going to get the best benefit out of it. Nobody's good at anything they don't do all the time. So we're going to nail this for 3 minutes, and then I'll go ahead. I'll start with a couple cadences just to get you in rhythm, but then I'll let you go ahead and take the counting from there. Feel free to focus on the number or just focusing on the air coming in and out as you breathe. So let's go ahead and get this timer started. So we'll go ahead, once we're in a nice comfortable position, you can either do this sitting down or you can do this laying down, up to your preferences. First, taking in air through the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now inhale. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and we'll come back. Something that's really good to recognize anytime after you're done finished breathing, go ahead and just take a moment and see how you feel. Do you feel relaxed? Do you feel the stress wash away a little bit? Do you feel your anxiety drop? Do you feel more present to the moment? These are the feelings and sensations that we have access to at any time. So make sure to try this breathing exercise. Do it a couple of weeks. Of course, I recommend to do it once every day, but that's ultimately up for you to decide and see the benefits you want to get out of it. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys on next week's breathing exercise where we go over alternate nostril breathing. Should be a fun one, and I'll see you guys in week 2. Cheers. All right. So, and after each one, it'll take you to the next one within the class and the course. But again, that's out of my class that I teach. It's 6 weeks long. It takes you through all what I believe are the most important tools and just things that we really need to have nailed down in order to unlock our full potential, such as knowing our top values, having a real idea of our 10-year vision back to our 1-year vision, knowing our purpose and having a purpose statement, creating the all-star Avengers team, the relationships we need in our life, both personally and professionally, setting the proper goals, and how to give back to our communities? How do we want to give back to the world and these things? But this is all within my class that you can get over here at 1PLP.com. So you go over to 1PLP.com, and that would be through the online course. And again, that is $99. Oh, it says I already, oh, did it share over here? Oh, let me remove this and share my screen. But yeah, you can go to 1PLP.com and check that out. But awesome. Sometimes we just need to take a breath. And sometimes we need to, as you can tell, I was like melting down a little bit there for a second. I always rewatch these back, and it's crazy how just a little bit of journaling, a little bit of reflection, and just taking a break to breathe. Taking a break to breathe, I think, can make all the difference in the world and make us happier and healthier people to help the people we love and care about most. Thanks, everyone. You guys have an incredible, incredible weekend. Make sure to look out for our morning show coming Monday. So we're going to be having a couple guests on next week. We're having a coach on who's really going to help us with our business planning and things. And then additionally, we're going to have someone on here on Tuesday, who's going to be talking about eating disorders and how does that affect us, and how does like eating relate to other addictions. I think it's going to be a really interesting one. So make sure to check those out. It's going to be really fun. Cheers, friends. You guys have an incredible weekend. In case you need to hear it, I love you. You're badass. You got this. Do some journaling, do some breathing, and see if it can help you live a happier and healthier life. Cheers, friends. I'm out. Peace.